Alright, hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome to Between the Stars. It's a ship battle roguelike, I think? I'm pretty sure. Let's see, hello. So it's not necessarily a roguelike. That's good, actually. Ish? Ha, these are all mean. Okay, normal mode and permadeath mode, so it's kind of roguelike-ish. Anyway, recommended way of playing your first game. Player dies, they'll continue the game from the last save point. We will reappear at the last save point. Player loses all of his not-equipped items or weapons not in the trash. And one of the crew members dies permanently. That sounds like a problem, but we'll see how it goes. It's one of those games that's been sitting around on my list, actually rattling around in my Steam library for quite some time. I got access to the demo, like, last year, and then I got access to this version recently, but, like, good lord, there's just so many game releases. I pretty much actually have to play games at release, just so that, like, I have space for all the other games that have come out. It's a nightmare. It's a weird nightmare. I love it. There's so many things to check out and try, but boy. Anywho, let's see how this goes. I'm a big sucker for space.
Alert. Systems damaged. Warp drive pressure increasing.
Even if it's freaking terrifying.
Boost warp drive to full power!
But Captain...
I said full power! That's an order!
Redistributing power. Capacitors charging in 4, 3.
Just a bit more.
Warp successful.
We've made it.
My damage analysis.
Starting damage assessment protocol. Testing main engines.
Okay, the engine power is adjustable. There are 4 indicators displaying your speed. Green indicators for your forward speed, red for your rearward speed, blank when stationary. Mouse wheel to increase the throttle or go reverse.
Moderate damage. Engines operational. Testing navigation systems.
Okay, WS, tilt it up and down. Turn it.
Navigation systems operational.
Oh,
Testing
piloting
power
is going to be
systems.
interesting. Energy control system allows you to reassign power to shields, weapons, or engines. In the panel below, you'll see 3 gauges. Up, left, or right.
Power distribution correct.
Okay. So we can put more into weapons, engines, or
We're
shields.
detecting warp signatures in the vicinity.
We've been followed. Prepare for attack.
Ships have a deflector shield that protects them from damage. Once weakened, hull is exposed. Focusing fire on a single part of the ship allows you to destroy them quicker. X to change from X. Okay. Huh. I see 2 ships. Destroy the enemy ships. Oh, we weren't going forward.
Republic can't save you now.
We'll see about that.
So it looks like there's an overheat. That I can and will have to worry about. Okay, so I'm just gonna broadside this guy. And that worked out, at least for now. Let's see. Ugh. Okay, so this looks cool. I am garbage at piloting, though. Anyway, I seem to be doing alright-ish. Looks like there's some more ships. As long as I keep proffering my butt, or changing what shields are pointing at whom, I think we'll be okay. think we're fine. Gonna be kind of tough to hit this guy. I don't play a whole lot of these ship battling games. They're not generally my jam. Just because mechanically they don't work the way... Oh, how would I describe it?
Captain, reinforcements incoming. We need more firepower.
Okay, destroy the enemy ships. Let's see. So I can direct the nuclear missile to take him out. Oh. I have a overdrive mode. And I overloaded. Okay, let's turn. I'm not sure if we hit him properly. Well, balls. I can't aim like that. I'm just gonna fly like an insane person. I do appreciate how slow it all is.
One of our shields has fallen.
Not much I can do about this. Okay. It's my side shields are my best shields right now. So I should switch to entirely broadsiding. Okay. Not laying too much smackdown. Ow. Go all in on shields for a bit. Okay. I don't actually know if I'm hitting that guy. Yes, I am. Okay. So it's still hitting me. I'm trying to proffer my side to this guy, but it's not working. Directionality is not a strong point. Oh, I didn't kill this guy. I just wrecked something on him. Oh, it's okay. My other shields are doing better. Nope. My rear shields are an issue. Okay, is he dead? He's dead. And that for sure hit him with a nuke. Oh! Oh, I see. So that's what that one explosion was earlier. I nuked him. This would be really interesting to play from the perspective of...
Objectives neutralized.
Good work, team. Is everyone all right?
Captain, I've determined this news will cause a decline in crew morale of 64.7%. But I must inform you that the enemy bypassed our shields. 2 casualties confirmed.
Okay, salvage the enemy ships. So let's slow down considerably. Okay, once destroyed, enemy ships can be looted. In order to search for salvage, fly close to a ship, place your cursor over it. Okay, hold the fire button to salvage. Gotcha. But yeah, I was gonna say...
System analysis. Critical. Repairs needed immediately.
All right. Mai, what's our current position?
We are currently in the Thamus 6 sector. It is on the outskirts of the Interstellar Republic's headquarters.
We should be able to reach it using our drive engines.
Preparing warp drive.
Oh wow, ramming really hurts. I mean, kinda should know that. we're still only in the tutorial, so who knows. But yeah, that clunked off all of my forward shields. I think actually the most amount of damage I took was just from bumping into things, trying to drive around. Unfortunately, because this is a really heavy space game, everything is really low contrast. Like, I can actually barely see my own ship to some small degree. Okay. Anyway. Let's see. Click on the Tacit Stella? Tacit? Okay, probably this one. I don't know. It was hard to tell. There was a star behind.
Damaged. Jump impossible.
My. Which is the closest space station in this sector?
It's the trade station and Terra's port.
Okay. Set in the coordinates.
Coordinates set.
Space station. No areas and anomalies in the same sector will show up on the screen. In order to move fast and use quantum engines before charging the engines, make sure the space in front of the ship. There is space so we don't crash.
My situation report on Antaros Port.
Accessing database. This station serves as a crucial hub for business tycoons and mining sector speculators. It has a large port specialized for trade freighters that return full of materials from mining settlements. They also swear they have the best beet soup recipe in the universe.
This reminds me of Everspace, but with maybe a bit more of a story.
Captain Scott from the 5th Republic Fleet here. We request docking permission.
Station control tower here. Dock at the assigned bay. Over.
Receiving coordinates. Establishing communication. Docking protocol prepared.
Okay. When you reach a friendly allied station, you'll be assigned a docking bay. It'll be highlighted as operational. To dock, fly to the highlighted area, fly into the light. Need more precision of movement, you can make use of the lateral and vertical thrusters. Use left shift, left control. Move it vertically. B and C. Okay. I don't really see the highlighted area. Unless I'm still pretty far away from this thing. I actually have no idea. Might actually want to put some into shields or something. Okay, there we go. That'll handle the rest for me. Good. I'm not great at these. Access points on space stations or planets will be marked with an orange selectable box. In these locations, you'll find what services are available. Shop, crew hiring, garage, shipyard, and other unique events. See what each station has to offer and help you weather the dangers of the universe. To move around the station, right-click, move the camera, position the cursor on an orange point. To see the area, select the area you want to access by clicking on it. Red area indicates the zone's exit point. Click. Okay, got it. So we have commercial zone, docks. Anything else? The answer is distinctly no. Yeah, there's a gun shop, but we can't go to that. So let's go to the commercial zone. Hi. So bulletproof vests, SMG, sniper rifles, and a cannon. Normal ammunition. Wonder if I have to worry about that. Okay, repairs. Okay, so 100% repair is going to cost me a fair bit. I have some money. Okay, go to the docks. First I was going to repair. Okay, go to the docks. You discover a great commotion around the freighters and the station when you exit the ship. Hear shouts from all angles and merchants bidding ever-increasing numbers over merchandise. Your crew and yourself leave the freighters behind and search for a repair workshop. Find yourself looking at neon lights and someone bumps into your shoulder. Look down. Ouch, that hurt. It's a scruffy young woman who begins to collect spanners and metallic objects of all sorts she had on her as she tries to steady herself. Don't worry, are you hurt? No, it was my fault entirely. Oh, excuse me, Captain, I'm so sorry. My name is Susan. I'm the head of the Pulsar Ship Repair Workshop. What can I do for you? Actually, we were just looking for a repair shop for our ship. You walk together to the docking bay where your ship is located. Susan rubs her eyes incredulously. No way! A KP-564SC warship is completely totaled. How did you manage to... Alright, we can do it, but it won't be cheap or easy. The repair costs highly exceed your credit amount. After negotiating, you agree to handle a series of tasks in return for payment. In the meantime, they give you a completely operational ship. I just prepared my ship. Susan, do you know where we can find the communications room? Of course, Captain. There's a transmission bay in the next district over. I can show you the way. Large space stations often have transmission systems highly superior to that of normal ships, allowing for cross-sector communications. You walk through this station until reaching the transmission bay where you encounter two guards. After identifying yourself, you're allowed to pass and spot the transmission crew busily sending coordinates and data to nearby stations. You're granted a terminal in order to send a situation report to the Republic. Captain Scott here. We're transmitting from the Anteros Port station in Sector Thema 6. Captain Scott, we were expecting your arrival 2 Earth days ago. Yes, sir, we ran into problems. We were following the trail of a slaver network in the Lithoba 1 sector. We infiltrated their base and secured vital intelligence that you asked us for, but our scientists are still unable to decipher it. During our retreat, we were ambushed by an assault fleet. We thought we'd left them behind when we arrived in this sector, but we were intercepted. We finally managed to finish off the enemy's ships, but 2 of my crew members have lost their lives, and the Genesis was practically destroyed. Sorry to hear that, Captain. We'll give them the sending off they deserve. What is the current status of the Genesis? Currently, it's inoperative. As soon as it's repaired, we'll return to the headquarters for the Stellar Summit. One of our most experienced captains of the Republic, your presence is requested as head escort and reception of our guests. Every governing body in the universe shall be present. It will set aside their differences in favor of a new era of peace and prosperity. Don't worry, Admiral. We'll arrive before the visit starts. Okay. Let's see. So commercial area is almost always the best place to stock up on provisions. In them, you'll be able to find bounty contracts, supply shops, hire crew members. Your stash will let you store items that you can use on new runs. Go to the commercial area of the thing, and then accept the contract in Anteros freighter. In order to repair the ship, we'll need an ion reactor. This wouldn't usually be a problem if we had the needed materials, but this isn't the case. We haven't had any news from the space freighter E2 Pulsar repair ship in 2 days. Crew isn't answering any hails, and their last coordinates show it nearing an asteroid field known as Anteros' Cemetery. We need you to find them. Investigate the area, recover the cargo. Okay, so we can back out. I still have some money. But I don't know if I can do anything fancy with it. Let's just leave the station. Let's see. How do we leave again? Ah, exit. Oh. They gave me the Normandy. Well, I guess I wasted a lot of my money on things.
Everyone to their posts. We must find that missing freighter.
Captain, do you think it could have been an attack?
It's strange. If it had been an attack, the security systems would have asked for a security detail from the station, and they would have come to its aid.
They could have used a signal inhibitor to cut communications.
The asteroid cluster where the ship was seen doesn't correspond to any commercial route. Decree M22, under Republic law, restricts commercial routes in order to guarantee the safety of its freighters. This behavior would be a direct violation of Organic Space Law 412, Section 2/08.
I think this makes me really wish it actually wasn't like a roguelike, but it was just a well-designed linear story. I need to play Rebel Galaxy someday. But like, it's got some interesting style and stuff. I'm not keen on these asteroids. They're just kind of generic rocks. But, like, I don't know. There's all these, like, really gorgeous space games, and they're all about, like, not repetitive gameplay necessarily, but procedural generation and wide open universes. And, like, for once, I'd actually like to play some games that are more limited in scope with spaceships.
We've arrived at the freighter's last known coordinates, Captain.
There doesn't appear to be anything here. Mai, can you scan the area?
I detect irregular radiation readings coming from the middle of the cluster.
Let's take a look.
Well, we've got that thing.
Captain, we found the source of the radiation. We should proceed to scan.
Affirmative. Mai, prepare the analysis module.
Preparing the scan system. Scan complete, Captain. It's a fragment of the freighter's calibration reticle. I am 98% positive that the damage and radiation emissions confirm a plasma cannon attack.
This looks like the result of an attack. Mai, can you follow the radiation signature?
Comparing samples. Similar readings found in nearby coordinates. Establishing route.
I like the fact that it's voice acted. I do kind of... I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm good with battleship-style controls. I think it's one of those where I just don't play these games often. I know Space Pirates and Zombies 2 had something similar, and it was odd. And I think whenever I play games like these, I'm always, like, just mildly out of sorts when I try and play them, because it's just such a unique control scheme.
Captain, we're being hailed. Shall we accept the call?
Affirmative.
Ex-Pleo, commander of the Starship Insurrection of the pirate fleet here. I order your immediate retreat. This frigate is now under our control. Surrender, or we'll open fire.
This is the captain of the warship Genesis of the Interstellar Republic. I demand you halt your activities immediately.
Captain Scott? Of the warship Genesis? In that hunk of junk?
You asked for it. Crew to arms!
Okay. Okay, well, my ramming attack was wasteful. I guess I'm gonna focus fire the guy that is currently firing at me. I think I missed. Nope.
One of our shields has fallen!
Okay. Keep my butt turned, for obvious reasons. Just gonna pelt his face. Is he shooting at me? Really seemed like it. I feel like I'm dead in the water. I'm not. Okay, I'm doing better. I just gotta make sure I don't ram anything. That's when things get expensive.
Captain, the ship's remains correspond to the freighter we've been searching for.
We have to look for survivors and confirm the shipment was in fact stolen.
Preparing to board.
I think when it comes down to it, I think it's just stuff like Starling Battle for Atlas that actually just has infected my brain. I gotta sit down and play the DLC for that, because I know they came out with 2. But I've been busy doing and playing other things. DLC always ends up being slightly lower on my list, because people are less likely to watch those, I guess, which sucks a little. But I know that game was really fun to fly around in. Lacked content, though. It was very repetitive. It was very much like basic Ubisoft open world. But it looked good. Had great music, too. Hey, can I board? Okay. You enter what's left of the freighter as the bay doors close behind you. Within it you find remains of what used to be an enormous commercial freighter. You can see all sorts of supplies and objects on the floor, accompanied by what were once the crew. After some time searching the corridors, you come to a passageway with two possible paths. Go to the right. The crew and you advance through the corridor you've chosen. The further in the ship you go, the more you get the feeling that you're not alone. After a while, you reach another crossway. Go to the right. After walking circles, you enter a hallway and a bay door that opens in front of you. Through the doorframe, and still within the darkness, you're able to make out a faint light. Let's enter. As soon as you enter, the bay doors close. Oh, as soon as you enter, the bay doors close, and the lights turn on. At the end of the room, you see a raw protonite shipment stacked in rows that emit rays of light. A robotic voice surprises you. It seems to be the ship's MAI system. Intruders detected in the loading bay. Activating security protocol. Opening evacuation bay doors. Halt, we are the crew of the Genesis of the Republic. The AI waits a few seconds and begins to speak again. Opening suspended. Validating credentials. Error. They are intruders. I demand to speak with the captain immediately. Charisma 7+. Roll dice! The charisma level allows you to succeed. MAI system. Captain, intruders in the docking bay wish to speak with you. After a few minutes in silence, the system speaks once more. I'm afraid the captain has been indisposed. Temporal register error E2J seconds. Since a plasma ray impacted against the command bridge, he is assuredly in the restroom. Establishing analysis. Probability of intruders not being identified as intruders 100%. The bay doors begin to open and the crew and yourself hold on to what you can. The force of the vacuum pulls you forcefully towards them. If you open the bay doors, the shipment will be lost. Negative, the shipment has been anchored here to ensure its safety. You can see the chests have mechanical anchors latched to the floor, though some are completely damaged. Okay, then we're intruders. 0% probability that the intruders are identified as intruders. Establishing analysis error. The AI begins to calculate probabilities while it seems confused. Only someone who isn't an intruder would claim they are. If the intruder claims it isn't an intruder, probability protocol incompatible. As it exclaims different errors, you hear the voice shut down due to a logic error. The bay doors close. You're now out of danger. Mission accomplished. Load these crates up on our ship. You load the chest of protonite onto the ship as you look for a registry of what could have happened. The engineers search for a few working terminals left, but all data appears to be corrupt. You make a security copy to be able to study it later.
Let's go back to the station to inform Susan.
What kind of pirates assault a protonite freighter just to abandon it?
X-Player's weapons do not correspond to the radiation we've been following.
Captain, the coded data seems to follow the same pattern obtained in the slaver's base. Our team can't undertake an investigation. We haven't found enough matches.
I do like the visuals, though. This reminds me of a Vorion. Honestly. Like, in terms of the flying around in the really, really pretty skyboxes. Unfortunately, yeah, it's just the same asteroids over and over again, plus a couple of things that very hard to see against the backdrop of space, always. Hi.
Station control tower here. Dock at the assigned bay. Over.
Receiving coordinates. Establishing communication. Docking protocol prepared.
Okay, so let's get in here. I was upside down this whole time. Who'd have thought? Okay. Oh. There we go. So yeah, I have to be in the projected light. I don't have to connect anything to the dock. I don't know, different ships are confusing. I'm bad at docking. That's part of the reason why I never play these games, is because I always bonk. And it's not good. So go to the docks. Meet up with Susan White. After arriving at the station, you go to the docking port where your ship is located. In it, you spot Susan, who rushes out to meet you. You've returned if you found anything. Susan looks at you expectantly, waiting an answer. We found the freighter. There weren't any survivors. She looks shocked by the news. After a few seconds, she recovers and begins to speak. That can't be. I knew the pilot ever since we were kids. Were you able to recover the cargo? Yes, we were able to recover it. Well, at least there's some good news. Our crew is currently heavily invested in the repair work. Since you need the ship as soon as possible, maybe your engineers could help us. You process the protonite slabs and fabricate a new ion reactor? Of course, we'll get right on it. You've obtained your first blueprint. With it, the specified amount of materials you need to create the object within the department section of your inventory. In this section, you will find different areas of your ship that your crew members can work on. Engineering Workshop allows the creation of objects via blueprints. Salvage Workshop allows you to destroy weapons and systems to obtain resources. Sick Bay is designated to heal your crew members' life points and diseases. Investigation Center allows you to study different objects to progress in events, obtain cures to different viruses, and obtain blueprints that let you procure better weapons than those of standard quality. I to access the inventory departments. Got it. Okay, so departments. Scrap the raw protonite. Okay, so that gets me a whole bunch of protonite. Fabricate an ion reactor. Oh, hi. These are some things. Lasers. It looks like there's a lot of blueprints to pick up. Well, let's fabricate that real quick. Susan examines the ion reactor closely. An excellent job. With this, we'll have everything we need to finish the repairs. I have another favor to ask you in the meantime while we finish things up. Speak to me when you're ready to go. Okay, so we're done with that. So let's take a look at my stuff, considering I have some resources and items here. We have a cloaking generator Mark 1. Oh, this is the weenie little ship. What? Okay, let's just speak to her again. If we can. Ah. The inspection. We stopped receiving protonite shipments. After the attack on the freighter, we can't guarantee the commercial route's security to the mining stations in the sector. Inspector Howard Huggins must fill out his forms immediately. Transport him and evaluate the station menus. Alright. Let's see, anything else? So we have plasma cannons, guided missile launchers, radar. Okay, stash systems, department's crew members, tasks. Booking general generator, mine launcher, pulse generator. Probably for the electricity. Aha. So there's the mine launcher. We also have a guided missile launcher. End of the Republic Mark 1. Versus the light plasma cannon. So shield damage 30, hull damage 5. And then there's the nuclear missile launcher. Okay, can I... There's something about upgrading. Ah! So it gets kind of pricey to upgrade these things. Now let me look at it. Actually, honest question. We have some credits. Let's go to the station. Radar, ion reactor. Guided missile launchers. Plasma cannons. Really hoping I could, like, get a shield or something. Engineering workshop. What can I build? Because there was that shield generator we saw earlier, but it looks like I have nothing in that, or it went away. Cloaking generator. Pulse generator. But upgrade the nuke. So, increases the range. Let's see, that's the pulse generator. This is the mine. I mean, honestly, in general, it seems like my best bet is to upgrade my weapons for now. And we'll just go from there. Okay, so obviously the light plasma cannon's a little too pricey for me, but that's okay. Alright, well, I think with this, I will actually stop here. It's a good stopping point. I've got a lot of things to get through real quick. Oh, right, station. We should probably repair. Didn't cost me too much, perfect. But yeah, so it seems neat. I'm liking it a little bit more. The amount of customization here looks actually pretty tremendous. I'm curious about how these work. Okay, so we have different characters, specialist level 7, so we can upgrade characters somehow. And there's also equipment. Veteran, armor-piercing ammo. Huh. These are neat. I wonder if I'm still in the tutorial. I assume I am. I've got to be, but it's hard to say exactly. But yeah, the UI I think is probably... oh, I don't know. It's like, it's weird. The spaceships look great. The skyboxes look great. The asteroids don't look great. The UI, it's just... there's so much space. And everything is so small. And I feel like it could be more zoomed in. And the information provided is fine. It's just... you know, I feel immediately overwhelmed looking at some of these things just because it's like... all the important information is right here, here, and here, and then... you know, then you get this big thing. I don't know. It's weird. It just, everything feels so small on the screen. I actually have trouble reading it. Which means I probably need to get new glasses at some point. But even then, that's tiny. Maybe this game's launched in 4K and I didn't realize it. That happens occasionally. Let me check my settings. Did it? No. No, it's just in regular 1080p. Weird. Alright, whatever. Let's continue the game for a second. But yeah, I love the music. It's nice and triumphant the entire time. The space combat, as far as like battleship combat goes, is pretty good. And, you know, hopefully we don't just have these asteroids all over the place for the rest of the game. Because the rest of it does look really cool. Like, I really like this station. It's mostly just a series of rings, but it looks nice. It's got a lot of, I don't know, it's colorful, alright? It's a purple game. I like purple. So sue me for being a bit vain here. So that is the Genesis. No, that's... huh. Yeah, it's not letting me use my big ship yet, which is odd. Well,
we have a long way to go. We should depart. Engines on maximum drive.
Unauthorized order. You lack bridge privileges.
So now I have a babysitter? Is the Republic sending you to watch over me?
It's a matter of security, Mr. Huggins. The last Protonite shipment was assaulted.
Captains are not what they used to be. If a pirate ship attacked me, there wouldn't be enough space for them to hide.
We're sure of that.
I do appreciate that there's voice acting, but I wish they hadn't used 3D models for the characters. It sometimes works, but in this case, they're so tiny. I'd actually rather have like a full dialogue screen and... I mean, I hesitate to say visual novel style, but I'd rather have two, like, you know, waist-up shots of characters talking to each other than tiny little portraits. Because it's doing what, I mean, honestly, it's doing what Blizzard always did with their games. where you had the tiny little like talking heads in a box, and I'm like, why not just have like actual full character images talking to each other? Because that probably would actually take about as much work and look way nicer. Maybe. I guess you'd have to start doing like emoting and so on and so forth. Well, I could fly there very slowly. I guess it's a good opportunity. But either way, I think we're going to leave this episode off with those thoughts there. So I guess if you guys like this episode in any way, shape, or form, leave me a like. It helps more than you know. I really do actually like the glowy bits inside the rock. I just wish it wasn't just like a lumpy rock. Otherwise, I don't know. At least a little bit of variety. I'm really stuck on these asteroids for some reason. I think it's because there's some really pretty bits in here, and I kind of wish they'd, like, extended that somehow. But that probably would have taken a while, and, you know, it's just asteroids. Anyway, yeah, so if you guys like this episode in any way, shape, or form, leave me a like, helps more than you know. And if you want to see more, let me know in the comments below. Because, yeah, I've got a lot of games to get through, and it's gonna be hard to pick and choose, and you guys can help. So with that, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.